Welcome back to From the Scriptwriter's Table. I'm David Lucas, president of Winding Trails Media, and today we're going to talk about sound effect selectivity. But before we begin, let's talk. I always seem to forget something, apparently, on each episode. And yesterday, I forgot to announce that Winding Trails Media is currently open for audio script submissions. So please visit www.windingtrailsmedia.com for more information on what kind of scripts we're looking for, the links, and how to submit. Okay, let's talk about sound effect selectivity. Yesterday we talked about all the ways sound effects could be identified, or what I mean by that is being able to first off work with sound effects in your script, then talking about sound effects that don't need any type of identification, sound effects that do need an identification, and the ones that are just best thrown out and don't even bother putting it in the script. Today we're going to talk a little bit more on selectivity. You can imagine that if you were running a radio play, that you can have a whole lot of sound effects in any given scene. Sometimes it's overdone, sometimes it's very important to the script. Here is where your art comes into play. Being selective in your sound effects that you are going to write into the script is very important. Let's say you have a scene happening in a closed room. And you're writing, you want to show there's lots of hustle and bustle going on in this closed room. You got people coming, you got people going, all these characters in and out, in and out. So you might have the door, the sound effect of the door opening and closing and people walking in constantly happening as each character arrives and departs the scene. That's very important if you want to show that hustle and bustle. However, if you don't want to show hustle and bustle, it's not like the door wasn't there or that people aren't entering in through the door. It's just not important to the scene that you wrote. As before, here's where the art comes into play. In comedy, you might want to have that same door I just mentioned opening and closing all the time. For example, Jack and Jill are having a marital debate, and Jill wants Jack to go out and get some type of milk, for example, to bring home for the dinner she's cooking for her mother coming over. Jack opens up the door, gets ready to leave. Jill goes, "Jack, wait, one more thing." Jack closes the door. "Yes, Jill. Bring home chicken." "All right, fine. Open the door." "Oh, and Jack, one more thing." You can see how I can build. I'm not a comedy writer, so please don't comment on this post saying you suck at comedy. I already know I do, so don't worry about it. Okay. Also, to apologies, I'm coughing like crazy as I'm recording this, unfortunately. So, how much sound effects you want to have in a scene is important to how you want to portray that scene. What do I mean? Remember, you're writing audio, which means we're painting a picture inside the person's head using sound effects, music, and dialogue. Right now, we're still focusing all on sound effects. So, how important is the sound effects to the scene you're writing? That's the question you need to ask all the time. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about sound effects as background. So what's going through my head right now is imagine a scene taking place on a subway station platform. How important is it that you have constant sound effects going on, or do you need the sound effects just enough to introduce the scene and to show where they're at? I don't have an answer for you because you're the one writing the script. If you're listening to this, same thing kind of applies to short stories, teleplays, you name it. You have to consider how much is just enough. Kind of like baking a stew for the first time. How much spice do you need? Okay, I'm going to stop it there. A couple of quick invites. First off, please visit www.windingtrails.com to sign up for the monthly newsletter, which will have information on the audio plays we're producing, calls for audio plays, calls for cast, lots of other information. Number two, as I said at the beginning, if you have an audio script or are trying to write one and you want to pitch it, please see the script call page. Number three, once a month we're having I'm calling it a mastermind group for lack of a better word. This is a script writers table. If you go to the web courses for writers on our page, sorry, I'm trying not to cough. Failed. Okay, if you go to the web courses for writers, there's going to be something there you'll see this called script writers page. Doesn't cost anything. It will take you to PayPal only because it's making sure I don't overbook the event. Should charge nothing. And this is a online, basically online networking, online bring your work to the table and bouncing it off other writers. Mostly to solve if you're having not writer's block, well, yeah, writer's block about a certain way to handle things. Like a better way of saying that as well. So that's going to be once a month, usually the second Saturday of that month at noon Central Time. That's GMT -6. Also, too, I want to invite you to please find us on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. Facebook and Tumblr are our workhorses where we're putting out information about past audio plays and where we will be putting out more information about the radio plays or audio plays we will be producing. Twitter is just a quick short announcement. You all know how Twitter works, but it's just too short for a lot of information we want to share with you. So Twitter's kind of our third choice for getting the word out. We still use it. Also, too, please subscribe to this channel and leave comments. Leave a like. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you tomorrow as we talk about sound effects as background. Thank you.